Good afternoon, everyone. Lognan sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I am here.
Good afternoon, sir. So, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Today, the resource person, Dr. Lognan sir. Lognan sir is an accomplished engineer, researcher, and educator with a long experience in the field of engineering education. So, he's had more than 27 years of teaching experience. So, in this, including 11 years of research experience. So, currently, he is working as a professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at HKBK College of Engineering, Bangalore, Karnataka. He received his Bachelor of Engineering degree in University of Madras in April 1994. Then Master of Engineering degree in Computer Science and Engineering in July 2006. So, driven by passion for his research, he continued his studies and was awarded PhD in October 2014 from Anna University, Chennai. So, throughout his career, he has dedicated himself to teaching and research in engineering education. He has a wealth of experience in establishing research labs and guiding UG and PG students to develop interdisciplinary projects as a research coordinator. His hard work and dedication has been recognized through numerous publications in various national and international journals. So he has area of interested in teaching in the computer networks, wireless networks, cryptography, and network security. So today is going to be give a session in the topic blockchain, cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin. So welcome, Mr. Lognan, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Uh,
your introduction.
Now you can proceed your session, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sir, my
Okay.
voice is audible now, sir?
Yes, sir. Audible. Yes, sir. Audible. Thank you, sir. Continues your session.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, First of all,
Sir?
I want to. Hello, sir.
Good
Hello.
afternoon. Yes, yes. Okay,
Yes,
proceed,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Proceed.
sir. Yes, sir. It's my immense pleasure to say thanks to Hindusthan College of Engineering and Technology, Management Principal, and Head of the Department of IT, Dr. Sanjay, and Coordinator, Dr. Ganesan, sir, and being an academician, I am very keen interest to deliver my today's presentation on blockchain, cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin, and how it evolved for the next decades, and uh, which I mean that blockchain, how the trends makes you, and that life change of computer science and engineering field. And before starting my presentation, this is my small disclaimer. I'm not expert in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or blockchain technology and all. I'm quite interested in cryptography, and I must update my interesting subject, especially in cryptography. So, what is going on and what is the recent trends? What are the updates are there in cryptography means? Like we are not much aware about that, especially like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain. And of course, as per the university syllabus and various university syllabus and all, nowadays they are just focusing on about cryptography, especially cyber security, and with respect to all those things. So if we want to tell like cryptography, like what, especially which is lies on the data communication and security, as we know as a faculty among us. So let I start with my today's session with respect to data communication and security before deliver about that blockchain technology. So as we know that this is a computer era, and we around and we revolved in computer and mobile phone and all. As we know that digital data communication is a very essential thing to communicate to each other, like especially using certain data communication technology, especially with the help of internet, through that we can share our data like videos, especially like video streaming, file transfer, and some other application which is required for to communicate with each other. So actually, that digital communication is just not a simple role. It is kind of literal role to enabling the exchanging of information to facilitate all the communication to deliver in effective way and efficient way with that computer systems or electronic devices or electronic gadgets. If I want to tell like the data communication occurred in electronic gadgets or even computer system or mobiles, even smartwatch, all those things which supports for communication. But the important factor in front of us, whether what we communicated, the thing which is secured way, which is communicated in secured way, or whether the data which have a secured mode, and how it can be trustworthy about that which data which I share to others, whether it is like whether any hackers or any stealers can theft our data. So I should ensure, or we should ensure that the data should secure. I mean that the data should transmitted or communicated in secure way. Everybody, like what those who involved are those who are in not only in the field of computer, and everybody we are surrounding in computer, we should worry about that how the data is secured or not. Everybody nowadays, like most of them, they are facing that digital cyber crime, and my data has changed, my data has hacked, and even recently we came to know that some online, even like a gaming and all, like a online rummy and all, no? So even like what we interested to involve or participate in such kind of gaming and all, and we lose that money and all, and we don't know to which person that I mean the owner of, or how my money is steal from me, or how money is without my knowledge is taken by others. Like this is a simple example, like about even with our knowledge or without knowledge, or somebody forced to us to involve such kind of activities, isn't it? So not only for that gaming and all, even if I want to do some money transaction through my bank, through our bank and all. So even once I transfer my money to my friend or someone else, that whether that money has transferred or not, or in between any person or third party, whatever, steal my data or hack my data for me. So it is a very in front of us about our data, right? Whether my data is secure or not, whether my data is transmitted securely, whether my data is integrity, whether my data is whether that is authenticated by someone else, whether that person only using my data. All those things are really worried about that about our especially data in computer. So so how we can provide that security for our data means, like as we know as academician, we can use some encryption technology under cryptography, And once you encrypted means like what? I cannot supposed to send my data in direct way. I can apply some techniques which hidden certain information, hidden my information and share to sender. I mean, that receiver can receive that hidden message and he can that decrypted that information and he can read that original information through that some encryption, decryption techniques are there. And I will see, I mean, I'll tell you like, this session will cover about that such kind of algorithm, how that encryption algorithm or decryption algorithm, which, how it was, how it can be implemented and used for data communication and all, I let you explain. And after that encryption about the data, and I should provide some control over him, like he can able to that open the data means how that access control. I should give some access control to that receiver. So in which way, like we have like what private key and public key. If we are using both the keys, which can support for to access the control over the data, and of course we can I can give some ensure that our authentication to him to access my data on that. So like even like if I send certain information in that way, like encrypted or decrypted messages, which we can think like it is secured way to communicate with each other, and I can assign certain access control to him, and he can believe the data is he can assign only by giving that. After that, of course, once even as a computer science student,
No, no,
we
sir. Excuse me, sir.
hello sir.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Yes, sure.
Okay, sir.
Uh, yeah, and oftenly we should take a backup of our data, which is a very useful things which we can store always the data which is in backup means we could feel that is our data is secured whenever even if somebody else delete the data and all. No? So it may not happen. So oftenly we are taking backup, which also comes under one of the way of providing security of our data, isn't it? Right, and of course, uh, we want to, apart from like the data communication or secure, where which we can implement, especially in cryptography field, like as we know that all our computer system, mobile phones, which is connected each other, or which is under the networking concepts. So here, if we are going for that computer networks and all, like even like I get connected with any system, and my system maybe act like as a server, or other system may act like as a client or no. Like here, one thing I want to say, whatever it may be, that data communication occurs between server and clients, which may be like what it is meant for that digital data communication occurred between the system to system. All right. By the way, which I want to tell you, like that blockchain technology and all, how which incorporate with cryptography and all, and how that cryptography support for blockchain and all, and of course all those things which involved in computer networks, are we should know that networking system. I hope you understood, and I hope which is audible, and so far which you can understand my point, which I want to focus on that cryptography, blockchain, and networking concept.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is audible, no, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if I want to that we are going for that networking system and all. Before that, I want to tell you something. Why I want to focus on that this centralized network and decentralized network means everybody we know, like we are in that position to transaction of money to your friends or to your family members, or any financial concern to financial concern, or bank to bank. Even like nowadays we are using GPay or Paytm to transfer certain amount to my family members or to my friends, right? So here, yeah, three things are involved while I want to say about that money transaction. One thing is that network. So of course we understood that which is my system and my friend or my family member. If I want to share my transaction or want to transfer some amount to them, means like what it is in networking. We hope I hope understood that. So like if I send a money, I'm a sender. If you receive the money, he's a receiver. In between, a bank is there. Even we are using GPay. So that means my account, my bank account, which is connected to my mobile phone. Similar like my friend account, bank account, which is connected to that mobile phone. And of course, I started to that money transaction means like even as a sender and as a receiver, the third party of bank which involved to control over the transaction, whether that transaction has occurred in secure way or not. So that means the third party or a bank which act like a say to monitor our transaction, whether the transaction has done in that proper way or right way or that secure way, or whether that sender exact amount which transfer to that exact received person. So not only for those things, some other parameters also like what even while doing that transaction and all, even the transaction may fail to send that amount. Even we will get back that amount because of that monitoring system by third party. Of course, this is the good thing. Uh, a transaction occurred between me and my friend or my family members, and the third party like bank are involved, isn't it? So all the members those involved in my account or in my account transaction or my money transaction, it does by that centralized bank or third party, like which I mentioned here, a centralized networking system. So that means that especially what, like over here I can tell you one of the example under that centralized networking system, that core, that is that the third party or bank like State Bank of India. So that small dots are which is connected by the I mean that customer, or even I am one of the person there, and many of them which directly connected to that SBI bank account. I hope you understood. So yeah, only one person which involved or that networking or that if I want to tell in the terms of centralized network, that nodes are connected into single point. I hope you understood. So this single point is known as that central node or server node, which controls the communication within the network. Or we can, like all other nodes, no, they can communicate with each other, but only through by that central node or server node, or maybe so that State Bank of India server. I hope you understood. Now the point is the same way which I can explain in that decentralized networking system, right, which is entirely different from the centralized networking system, which is, of course, as we said, SBI Bank or any third party or bank, which is one man or that only one person can control all others. Whereas in decentralized networking system, no, that it doesn't. There is no one man person to control over what the transaction occurred in between us. So here, no, anybody can access or can transfer the money to anyone without the control or third party like SBI Bank or even that server node. I hope you understood. So that means that decentralized means I can transfer that money to my friend or to my family members without that third person or the third party of like a bank or like a State Bank of India. So here, why should I want to tell you all those things mean? Uh, uh, we want to differentiate like centralized means we should depend with only one person, whereas decentralized means not necessary to depend only one person. We can communicate, we can transfer that money peer to peer. So peer to peer means like what? Without any particular software, I mean a particular entity, one entity. We did not depend with that one entity. and we can share our transaction or file transfer or anything such kind of data communication occurred peer to peer. Right. So not necessary to depend with any one server. But thing is that when in both centralized networking system or decentralized networking system, a common factor is that we can communicate in secure way. So that secure communication is available, and we can ensure that for both the system. So here, what is that understood about that centralized or decentralized networks or data communication or file transfer or even money transaction? There is a secure system, but whereas in centralized, we should depend only one entity like a central core or like a RBI bank. Whereas in decentralized, not meaning that we can communicate with each other peer-to-peer connection, and which is peer-to-peer technology or topology. And of course, as a faculty, we aware about all those things also. Right. So now the point is, if I have more advantages in decentralized network, definitely I will go with the decentralized network rather than centralized network, isn't it? So, if I want to tell some advantages about that decentralized networking, definitely will go with that. There is no third parties involved like that. And apart from, I should know that transparency between that sender to receiver means. So there is a facility or there is a provision like the transparency in transmission or transaction, which done through by the one of the best technology, which is called as distributed ledger technology, especially in money transaction, right? So if we are going for to money transaction in bank and all, even as I said, like which is not involved by any particular bank like RBI, but here a distributed ledger technology supports for transfer my money from me to another. I mean, my friend, in which way? That is the important thing. For that, we should know what is real, what we are using, that rupee coin and all. And that same way, which I can tell, instead of that rupee, I can say cryptocurrency. Instead of coin, I can say, if I want to use, instead of that transmission of my rupee, I should, especially what like it's a kind of bank like under it's regulated by Reserve Bank of India, and I should have some money, and it should be deposited that money in that bank, and that through that digital currency transaction can be occurred in that today's session, which we involved in that blockchain and the technology which provide for the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, So if I want to transaction all those things instead of money, I can just use cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, which I want to transfer from me to my friend. So hope you understood why I'm telling all those things, and what is that intention to focus about this session. So now the point